real estate transaction and the appraisal process. Michael and Sarah's offer has been accepted. The inspection period is complete, the earnest money has been deposited, and the buyers are excitedly discussing paint colors and furniture placement. From their perspective, the hard part is over. As experienced real estate professionals know, however, one of the most important milestones in the transaction is just beginning: the appraisal. Many clients believe the appraisal is simply a quick visit to the property followed by a number on a report. In reality, it's a carefully structured process involving the lender, appraisal management companies, the appraiser, underwriters, real estate professionals, and sometimes even additional reviewers. Understanding that process allows an agent to keep clients informed and anticipate issues before they become closing delays. Let's follow Michael and Sarah's transaction. Once the purchase contract is fully executed and the buyers have completed their loan application, the lender determines that an appraisal is required. In most residential transactions involving conventional FHA, VA, or USDA financing, the lender, not the real estate agent, buyer, or seller, orders the appraisal. Often the lender works through an appraisal management company, AMC. An AMC acts as an independent coordinator between the lender and the appraiser, helping assign qualified appraisers while supporting federal appraiser independence requirements. The buyer typically pays for the appraisal as part of the loan process, but the appraisal is performed for the benefit of the lender's underwriting decision. Here's something buyers frequently misunderstand. Many believe that because they paid the appraisal fee, the appraisal belongs to them. While the appraisal is completed for the lender's lending decision, federal law under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act requires that applicants receive a copy of the appraisal and other written valuations promptly after completion, or at least 3 business days before closing, unless the timing requirement is waived by the applicant. Next comes the property inspection. The appraiser schedules a visit to the home to observe its physical characteristics. During the inspection, the appraiser measures the home, verifies room counts, photographs both the interior and exterior, evaluates the overall condition, and notes improvements, deferred maintenance, quality of construction, site characteristics, and any factors that may influence value. This is where preparation can make a meaningful difference. Imagine you're the listing agent. Before the appraiser arrives, you provide a professional information packet that includes recent comparable sales, a list of remodeling projects, copies of permits for major improvements, HOA information, solar lease details if applicable, and neighborhood amenities that may not be obvious during a short inspection. Notice what you are not doing. You're not telling the appraiser what value the property should reach. You're simply ensuring the appraiser has complete and accurate information available when developing an independent opinion. This is something experienced brokers encourage because complete information often leads to a more accurate appraisal. After leading the property, much of the appraiser's work is just beginning. The appraiser researches recent comparable sales, pending sales, active listings, neighborhood trends, market conditions, public records, and other relevant data. Adjustments are made to comparable properties based on differences such as square footage, condition, age, location, lot size, pools, garages, upgrades, and numerous other market factors. The appraiser then analyzes the available valuation approaches and determines which methods provide the most reliable indication of value for that particular property. Once the report is completed, it is delivered to the lender for underwriting review. Here's where many agents get surprised. Receiving the appraisal does not automatically mean the loan is approved. Underwriters review the appraisal for completeness, consistency, and compliance with lending guidelines. Occasionally, the underwriter may request additional information, clarification, corrections, or even a revised appraisal before final loan approval can be issued. If the appraisal supports the contract price and underwriting is satisfied, the transaction moves one step closer to closing. If the appraised value comes in below the contract price, however, everyone returns to the negotiating table. Michael looks discouraged. So does this mean we lose the house? You explain that not necessarily. Depending on the circumstances, the parties may renegotiate the purchase price. The buyer may choose to increase the down payment. The lender may review additional market information through its reconsideration process when appropriate, or the parties may exercise contractual rights if an agreement cannot be reached. The important point is that a low appraisal does not automatically end the transaction. It simply creates another issue that skilled real estate professionals help their clients navigate. Throughout every step of the appraisal process, communication remains one of your most valuable tools. Buyers should understand what the appraiser is evaluating. Sellers should know how to prepare the property for inspection. Lenders, escrow officers, and agents should work together to keep timelines on track while respecting the appraiser's independence. As we've seen through Michael and Sarah's transaction, an appraisal is much more than a single number on a report. It is a structured process designed to provide a credible opinion of value that supports informed lending decisions and protects the integrity of the real estate marketplace. In the next chapter, we'll move beyond the appraisal process itself and begin exploring one of the most important concepts in valuation: market value. Understanding what creates value is the foundation for everything that follows in the appraisal profession. Broker tip: don't wait until the appraisal is scheduled to prepare your clients. Explain the appraisal process during the contract phase. Encourage sellers to present the property in its best condition, and remind buyers that the appraisal is one step in the financing process, not the final approval. Well-informed clients are typically less anxious and better prepared if unexpected valuation issues arise. Online discussion. 1. Why is it beneficial for agents to explain the appraisal process early in the transaction? Answer: discussing the appraisal process early helps buyers and sellers understand what to expect, reduces anxiety, and prepares them for the possibility that the appraised value may differ from the contract price. Early education also improves communication and helps clients make informed decisions if appraisal issues arise. 2. What information can a listing agent appropriately provide to an appraiser before or during the appraisal inspection? Answer: a listing agent may provide factual information such as recent comparable sales, a list of property improvements, permits, HOA information, neighborhood amenities, and corrections to public record inaccuracies. The goal is to provide complete information, not to influence the appraiser's opinion of value. A property appraises below the contract price. What options may be available to the parties? Answer: depending on the contract and lender requirements, the parties may renegotiate the purchase price. The buyer may contribute additional funds toward the purchase. The lender may consider a reconsideration of value supported by additional market evidence, or the parties may exercise contractual rights if an agreement cannot be reached.